Hello, today is Sunday. It is the 8th day of December 2013. My name is Derek. Welcome to today's analysis video. There will be no charts. However, we'll go over 6 different key silver levels, then transition the video into that of money. We'll start with 1821, which is the current market low from the summer of 2013 or this year. And from that point, of course, it managed to move up to 25. It's currently back down close to this level. And it does seem high probability odds that this level will at least be tested within its range sometime soon. Therefore, if this level does not hold, generally speaking, what's common in the silver community or silver market is that you oftentimes get $1 drops, usually in a time frame of around 30 minutes to 2 hours, somewhere in a quick time frame. And the next range would be somewhere around 1475-ish or so, high 14s, to the high 16s, low 17 areas, which would coincide with the 2006 market highs. Of course, if that level doesn't hold, you can expect volatility to be screaming and at a large rate. I would guess I'd talk about 8.5. I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't know what they are capable of doing. We are in a bearish market, both short-term and long-term. Short-term, for me to say that the trend is bullish and not bearish, I need to see it hold and stay above about 22 for more than 2 or 3 days. On the long-term time frame, for me to state that the market is bullish right now, I need to see it hold and stay above 34 for more than about a week or two. And if it does that, we'd be talking about testing again the $50 level from the 2011 market highs, which is also the 1980 market highs. And with the price going down, you could say, well, it's down too much, isn't it? It has to go up now, doesn't it? One of the earliest things I learned in charting was to not buy the concept that a market is up or down too much, and thus wait for trends to confirm reversals. Bitcoin is one example. It has kept going up, and by understanding big players in the silver market, smart technical analysis begs one to ask the question, can and will they smash it even lower? And even if we talk about maybe years from now, say 50 gets broken, then you get to 100, 200, why does it have to sell off or go lower at that point? Something to think about. But overall, it's a large advantage within investing or making your investments and knowing how the term money is created in today's society. Did you know that there are hidden secrets to the money-making system? It is only hidden from those who don't care to know. For all that is required, and there's many ways of finding these, but you can go to a search engine and type in, what are the hidden secrets to money? Push the search button and boom, a bunch of answers are going to come up. You're going to find the Facebook page from Mike Maloney's Hidden Secrets of Money, his main page, as well as his main page /videos. Going to talk about that very soon, but I actually did click on Hidden Secrets in Money. I am bored. And you can see here in the description, who knew that there was a spider hidden in the $1 bill? There was a short video talking about the dollars and coins in the United States with different symbols, like Illuminati kind of deal, conspiracy as some people would call it. But what I want to talk about was in the Canadian dollar bill, apparently. At the very end of the video, they stated the 1954 series, if you look at the Queen, that you may find a picture of a devil on the top right part of the image. I immediately went to my 1954, couldn't find it, but they said in the video that apparently one Canadian went to the bank and talked about the picture of the devil. I guess the bank teller would have took it to her or his boss, and they actually stopped making that bill. They fixed the devil picture to delete it, and it looked fine from that point on. So apparently you got a problem, you complain, you explain the problem. See, if you go to a bank now and state, we have a fiat economic model that guarantees debt based on only central bankers that can mine the fiat currency. Thus, they charge interest. Interest, of course, that can never be paid back. Thus, the guarantees stress, debt, and suffering. Well, if it's in their best interest to change it, they might. But do you really think it would be in their best interest? I'm sure they didn't care at all about playing around with the designs and changing it, because to them, it probably meant no difference. Something I think is interesting, to say the least. So now, if you click on this page here, going back to the Hidden Secrets of Money, let's click on it. this is what you would find. There's the web page there, picture of Mike Maloney in a few spots. You can click on this to watch episode number 5. You can click on this to watch episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very, very good videos, of course. And I recently watched episode 5 as Mike Maloney visits an amazing money museum. The episode is great, which should make it easier for those having a hard time understanding, well, to understand this. As I was watching the video, the start of it, I noted some points I thought was important for a video, which I'm going to do in this video. Now, the start of the video, Mike Maloney quotes, "We don't have free markets anymore, and we certainly don't use real money. This is the real reason for our problems. Our money itself has been corrupted. It's not just an issue of economics. This affects your freedom." There's really only one page, one concept that I want to go over, which is this part here, the 2-minute and 27 mark of the video. And it states on here, you got a nice little picture, "Money is not evil. It's a magnificent tool that allows us to trade our specialized skills and to store our economic energy. Without it, we'd be struggling to feed ourselves each day, and our average lifespan would still be around 30 years old." And this is an interesting image because there's two things that I see within this image. One, and he brings both the points up really, but one, you got a person who's got a full cow and one person who's got a full fish. It seems obvious that the cow would have more value than the fish, that it would be an unfair, even trade. Thus, how are you going to trade it up? Secondly, let's assume that this cow was worth around or exactly as much as this fish. You see this guy saying, "Here, I got a fish, give me your cow." But here's a guy saying, "You know what, I don't want your fish. It's something I don't need. Maybe I don't eat fish, or I got a lot of them myself. I don't need them. So I'm not going to make a trade." So there's the problems, of course, with the old school barter system, which really states why the money system makes it very easy, of course, for trade. Now, you'll have some people who are capitalists who will definitely agree with what is stated here. And then you have people who follow the resource-based economy who would state, you know what, it is extremely evil, even on an honest monetary system, which of course would be an improvement over a fiat empire. It, of course, still has a system. If you got money, the rich get richer. If you don't have money, it's hard to increase capital. It's just a system that is setting us back. And I do think it sets us back. But I think when history books look back to today, they will go through a time frame. One will be from 1913 to whatever, based on the fiat empire. Of course, it has not ended yet. It will be at least 2014. Will it be 2016, 2020, 2030? I don't know. And then from that year on, they'll be talking about a gold, silver money that its intention was to be that of honest. Whether it stays honest or not, I'm not going to comment upon it, as there's every time they've tried to, of course, back real commodities with something that's not like paper or digital back, it has never stayed honest. But with that being said, you'll have these different debates between people who love the resource-based economy and those who love capitalism. And well, I got two questions, one from each party. For those who are capitalists, I ask, well, in the next, as we move into this millennium, this century, how do we fix the technological unemployment problem and still keep capitalism alive, as we are moving into an area where 50, 60, 70, 80% unemployment is becoming realistic? For those who are major supporters of a resource-based economy where you apparently get everything that you want as long as the supply allows it to be the case. Therefore, if there's 10 billion people on the planet, the average person needs 1 unit of a product, and we have, say, 30 billion, well, then everyone can get some. It's no problem. But let's look at one example, like, say, a major sporting event, like a Super Bowl. And the current system, whoever's got the money gets to go. And because of supply and demand, and only 80,000 people can actually watch the game live, then the prices becomes pretty high. And of course, 80,000 people will still make it. But in a resource-based economy, who would decide which 80,000 people would go to the game? Something interesting. Now, talking about football, I've been doing investing series. I've only got 4 more weeks left, thankfully. And I got 2 selections, one which will be my biggest bet in about 4 years, which is the Tennessee-Denver game over 49 points. I'm going to talk about that. New Orleans over Carolina, I'm not going to talk about. Now, what's interesting about this is I need 50 points or more and I win. If there's 48 points or less by both teams, I lose. If there's exactly 49, it's considered a tie. Now, with the Denver Broncos this year, every game but 2 has had 50 points or more in every game. It happens all the time, and oftentimes you get to 60 or 70 collective points. So why would I not go over 49 points? Apparently the professionals, people who make a lot within this, well, they're going under. They think there's going to be 48 points or less. But I beg the question, why? I've actually talked to about 2 or 3 different sport bettors this week, and I've asked them, why do you think the game's going to go under in the Tennessee-Denver? And they say, well, the weather. And the weather for this game is set for cold conditions, about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, 14 degrees Fahrenheit, fairly cold. And after looking at Peyton Manning in Denver, he knows how to dress for cold weather. The winds, about 0 to 1 miles per hour, which is the big reason why I like this over. For me to say whether is worth playing a game under, I need to see extreme precipitation or extreme wind. That is not the case within this game. This is the first time I've really analyzed this within the videos. I usually just tell you or show you what it is. It's really an investing system like stocks. It takes skill to win over the long run. If you don't use it or you get hit with bad luck, maybe you're going to lose. That's how the game is played. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a magnificent week. Bye-bye. And by the way, go over to Hidden Secrets of Money and check out Mike Maloney's video series. Share it with those who really need to be informed with how our currency is created, if you think it is important for other people to know. Bye-bye.